What a game. The Pistons steal home court. A true coming out party for Cade Cunningham. 33 points, 12 rebounds. He was very aggressive, downhill, drawing 12 fouls. Tons of tough contested layups around the rim, hitting floaters. He also only had 3 assists on the night, but a lot of that was just his teammates selling open three-pointers. He should have had more. He was a true superstar in Game 2, a drastic improvement from Game 1, and it's clear outside of OG Anunoby, they have 0 matchups for him, and OG was struggling at times against him tonight. So he's going to see crowds all series long, as he's been seeing in both games, and at some point, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris, and Malik Beasley have to take advantage of that. It's crazy they won a game where those 3 players shot a combined 2 of 18 from 3, 11%. Lucky for them, role players usually shoot better at home, and the Pistons had many opportunities to really take control of this game and end the game early. Consistently, they could not find a way to hit those shots. And moving forward, in order to win this series, that has to change. A few of those go down. Most likely, instead of a nail-biter, they probably win by double digits. Now, the player of the game outside of Cade was Dennis Schroder. First off, he's picking up Jalen Brunson full court at times in his minutes. He's giving crazy effort on both ends of the floor, and everyone will talk about his go-ahead three-pointer, but before that, he had so many shots where the Knicks were on a run, and the Pistons just needed something. And guess who was there making a shot? Yup, Dennis Schroder. Pretty much every time. And in crunch time, while the Knicks were making their run, he was like the only Piston not really pissing down his leg. You could tell he wasn't afraid of the moment. He wanted the ball in his hands, and they needed him out there simply because he's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of failing. Overall, he just deserves a ton of credit for this victory tonight. The Pistons also won the rebounding battle with ease, 48-34 to be exact, 12 offensive rebounds to 7 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. I want to shout out the front court for the Pistons, Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, and Paul Reed. They outperformed OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, and Karl Anthony Towns. Tobias had 13 rebounds and had Karl Anthony Towns in a box. I mean, Towns only had 10 points. He only took 2 3-pointers. Tobias was playing elite defense on him all night long. Jalen Duren came out the gate right off the bat on fire. Grabbed an offensive rebound, dunked on Cat's head, and it really set the tone for the Detroit Pistons. 8 points and 6 rebounds for Duren in the first half. Paul Reed was a part of their best producing lineup. Their third most played lineup per pivotfade.com in this game was Cade Cunningham, Dennis Schroder, Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and of course Paul Reed. They won their minutes by 8 points. And as a team, it was a defensive masterclass. Holding the Knicks to 94 points on the road is very impressive. Even though Jalen Brunson had 37 points, boy, oh boy, did they make him work. 33.3% of his shots were above the break three-pointers. Most of them off the dribble, pretty contested. If he's living off of that, you just tip your cap and move on. At times, it was a struggle for him to get in that paint, and that's the key. Do not allow him to get paint touches with ease. It really feels like he's alone out there offensively. They rarely try to get Cat going. They rarely get the two-man game going with Brunson and Cat, and credit to the Pistons for that, but also the Knicks are really lacking creativity. Shout out Tom Thibodeau. The Knicks' rough three-point shooting was also a big storyline. Mikal, Cat, and OG combined 3 of 17 from 3, and all of those makes came from Mikal Bridges. He was the only one consistently helping out Brunson offensively. But in the guts of the game, he could not handle the defense or pressure. 0 of 4 from the field in that fourth quarter. Self-creation outside of Jalen Brunson was nowhere to be found. for the Knicks. Credit the Pistons defense for that. Every single player on the court out there is taking their matchup personal. On top of that, they have brung out the worst version of Josh Hart so far. So basically, the Knicks are playing 4-on-5 basketball because of that. I went over in my preview video for this series, a big swing factor is what Josh Hart will the Knicks get. He has a Draymond Green type of impact when he's on top of his game, but my goodness, when he's off of his game, he's Brooklyn Ben Simmons low key. And tonight, it felt like that most of the time. His confidence shot making wise just has not been there, and it wasn't there tonight at all. And the problem for the Knicks, if they keep getting this version of him, he's not going to be taken out. Tom Thibodeau trusts him way too much. He treats him like Michael Jordan. He's a guaranteed 40 minutes a night, despite how he's playing. The Pistons had 35 bench points. Meanwhile, the Knicks had 8, mainly because Tom Thibodeau just rides his starters to the ground. 23 minutes, 58 seconds for the starting lineup together for the Knicks, and they had a disturbing 89.8 offensive rating output for the entire game. And it's safe to say in Game 3, Detroit is going to be rocking. They haven't had a playoff game in a while. I can't wait to see the crowd. Let me know your thoughts below. Who do you think is going to win this series?